Good afternoon, everyone. Hope you're good. Happy Monday. Hope you all had a lovely weekend. Can you hear Max? Typical. I've just pressed record and he's just woken up. I think, are the clocks going back affecting you guys in any way? I didn't think they were. And Max hasn't been waking up like an hour early or anything, which has been lovely. But it's been the daytime that he's been affected, I think, or unless it's just a coincidence. But his naps, he's really tired. Like he was shattered. He wanted his lunch at 11:30. So I kind of eked it out to about 10 to 12. And then 12:30, he was absolutely like rubbing his eyes, just basically, if he could talk, saying, "Get me to bed." So I put him to bed because he was so tired. And normally he'd go to bed about 2 o'clock, not like half 12, quarter to 1. But he's just woken up, so he's had obviously a little cat nap. But then by about 4 o'clock as well, he's climbing the walls, ready for dinner and ready for bath and bed. But normally that's 5 o'clock, so it's all an hour earlier. So yeah, it's a bit strange. I don't really know what to do with that, because I don't want to obviously start doing everything an hour earlier. So whether I kind of just do it gradually, maybe do it in like half-hour slot, I don't know. Don't really know what to do. Hopefully it'll just sort itself out. But yeah, good old daylight savings. Whatever, daylight, clocks going back, whatever. Anyway, I just wanted to have a quick chat with you about a really big topic, I think, in the whole world of parenting and becoming new parents, is the idea of whether the mum, because it's primarily the mum, obviously there are some dads who are stay-at-home dads, but normally, from what I gather, it's the mums, whether the mum goes back to work or not, or whether she becomes a stay-at-home mum, or goes back part-time, or goes back full-time. What do you decide to do? So yeah, I just wanted to kind of share my views on it and what we've decided to do and what we're currently doing at the moment. I don't know if you can hear him, but he's being very vocal. So, I officially handed my notice in. I'm looking at the monitor, by the way. Yeah, we've got a video monitor so I can see him. He's just literally sat up, chatting away to his rabbit. So I officially handed my notice in a couple of months ago, and it was a quite scary, exhilarating, weight off my shoulders. Yeah, scary, yeah, I've said that, thing to do, but it definitely felt like it was the right decision. And Joe and I had quite a few conversations about it, talked endlessly about whether we'll be okay, can we manage on one salary, am I going to be okay with it, etc, etc. But that was the conclusion, that I didn't want to return to work. I wanted to be 100% dedicated to Max. And so yeah, handed the notice in. It was like, oh my God, it's official, I'm unemployed. But yeah, I think it, so far, it's only been a couple of months, but it's working for us. There's also something else that I am doing, because I feel like I do want another outlet. I'm also, I'm a very independent person and have worked since I was like 14 years old, and always, earned my own money, never really had to question where my money goes or what I spend my money on or anything like that. And so that is a whole new world as well, is the money side of things, which I'll come to in a second. But yeah, with it, I kind of also like to have something else going on as well. I've always been quite a busy person, and I come up with these ideas. I never follow through with them, but I have lots of ideas, and always want to be doing something, whether it's a new course or whether it's a new hobby, or whether it's a new business, which is what Joe and I have embarked on. And it started when I was pregnant. So we kind of had the idea in place we put it in place with the idea that I wouldn't return to work, and this is what I would do. I would become self-employed. And so yeah, it's going well. It's called The Perfect Weekend Company. Of course, I'm going to plug it a bit on my channel. Why wouldn't I? So basically, I organise hen weekends away, and they're there are lots of hen party companies out there, but I like to think I'm a little bit different in that it's a personal service. You're not speaking to a automated computer. Your package is tailor-made to the best hen weekend ever. I do all the work for you, and it's a little bit more upmarket than some of the other companies, which of course I'm not going to name any names, but doing market research, I found that they're all very similar, and mine is just a little bit more luxurious and a little bit more personal and just that little bit lovelier. So check out www.theperfectweekendcompany.com if you are looking to arrange a hen weekend away, because let's face it, who can be bothered to do all that planning? It's a lot of planning, it's really time consuming, and I do all that for you, which is great for you guys. Well, for me, I was like, oh, actually, this is a really, this probably isn't the easiest of businesses I could have set up, but hey, I wasn't expecting setting up your own business to be easy, of course not, and it's just obviously trying to fit everything in around being a new mum and running the house and doing everything else, and then obviously trying to start up your own business and obviously do the work and do the marketing and get the inquiries in, and then actually send the packages out and confirm it and blah blah blah. So there's lots to do, so I'm definitely busy, and sometimes I think there aren't enough hours in the day, but it's great, and I love having my own adult project, if you like. So if that means sometimes staying up till midnight to get stuff done, then so be it. But yeah, in terms of the money thing, I kind of always wanted, always wanted to still, even though if I wasn't working for someone, I wanted to do something of my own that brings in some money. And no matter how small money that is, at least I just want to be able to contribute to the family and to kind of say, look here, I'm helping as well. And I think that is a pride thing, and sometimes I think I should just let that go, because I think you really underestimate how hard being a parent is, and it is a full-time job. Okay, you don't go to the office, you don't get a salary at the end of the month, but it is a full-time job, and so I sometimes think, oh well, yeah, but I should be actually working as well to earn some money, and I kind of have this battle in my head that I'm like, oh god, this is like, maybe this isn't right, maybe I should be going out to work part-time. But then the whole topic of childcare costs comes in, and sending Max off to nursery, which can cost, especially around here, down south, it can be like 60-70 quid a day. Well, that's just absolutely bonkers. I have friends who have gone back to work full-time, they've had to go back to work full-time, which of course is completely understandable and fair enough, bills need to be paid. But their children are going into nursery 5 days a week, and it's like, oh my god, but you're just hardly ever going to see them. But I totally get that if that's the way it's got to be, that's the way it's got to be. But I guess what I'm saying is I do feel very lucky that we're not in that situation yet. I don't know, circumstances might change, but at the moment we're okay. And so I feel grateful every single day for knowing that I can spend all my days with Max. As he gets older, terrible twos, I might be begging to go out to work 9 to 5, Monday to Friday, but at the moment I'm certainly not, so I do feel very lucky. But I don't know if anyone else has felt this, but I do feel slightly, I feel like I have to justify it a bit sometimes to people, and that's not from people being rude or looking down at me or anything like that, but I guess it's just I think there's that view that if you don't go back to work, then poor lucky you, what a life, you just get to chill out all day, do a bit of YouTubing, play with your baby, and of course it is like that as well, but then there's also other stuff, it is pretty tough as at the same time. So I feel like I spoke to a couple of people recently, and they said, oh, when are you going back to work? Is your maternity leave due up yet? And I'm like, oh yeah, no, I'm not going back to work. And they're like, oh right, you're not going back to work? And I'm like, no, and I feel like, oh God, I have to dumb it down or play it down or try and justify, but I'm doing all this, I've got my business as well, so you know, I'm still Miss Independent, thanks very much, and I'm not just relaxing, doing nothing, which then I come away feeling really annoyed at myself, like, why should I have to justify that I've decided to be a stay-at-home mum? And then I don't want people to think as well, oh God, it's all right for them, Joe clearly earns loads of money, and I don't know, I obviously don't care what people think, but at the same time I do care what people think. I don't want people to think, God, who do they think they are? Because it's not like that at all. Honestly, it's not like that at all. I mean, I'm trying to justify it now, which is just ridiculous. So, I think I'm sure mums go through it, and I've spoken to a lot of mums, and also the other thing is that when someone asks you, like I was at the dentist the other day and he said, oh, what do you do, Sarah? I didn't say, I'm a mum. Or I'm self-employed, or I have my own business. I didn't say any of that. I just went, oh, nothing. I was like, sorry, not nothing. Obviously look after Max. And then I was just like, you idiot, Sarah, for God's sake, just, you know, have a bit more confidence in yourself, be proud of what you're doing and who you are. So, and my friend, I spoke to my friend the other day, and she said that she felt the same. It was like, almost like, yeah, I'm just a stay-at-home mum. I'm just a stay-at-home mum. I mean, are you kidding me? It's like the biggest, most rewarding, hardest, life-changing job, it's not even a blooming job, it's just a way of life, isn't it, in the world. But I feel like women still have that kind of, I don't know, it's looked down upon a little bit. Maybe I'm just being oversensitive, don't know. But anyway, I'm going to be more proud of being a stay-at-home mum, and also trying to run my own business as well. So yeah, I think we need to have more pride in ourselves and more faith in ourselves, and just, you know, stand up for what we believe in and what we want to do, and also feel very grateful and feel very lucky for being able to choose this life. So I went to see Suffragette at the cinema last night. I don't know if I'm feeling a little bit feministic, is that a word? Feeling the feminism vibe today. I found the film so emotional, absolutely heartbreaking, and I felt a bit annoyed at myself as well, because I feel like I'm a bit naive when it comes to history and what's gone on before our time, and I get annoyed at myself. My friend's really big on feminism, and, you know, loves to kind of discuss that topic, and I'm sometimes a bit like, I don't really get it, so I'm not really going to comment. And it's like, for God's sake, Sarah, you know what, learn about it then, because this has affected me, of course it has, and will affect generations of girls and women, and oh God, yeah, there's so much. So I think I came out last night and I was just literally in floods of tears, and just felt really emotional that what went on, absolutely disgraceful, and I kind of came out really hating men, and I came home to Joe and I was just like, it's disgusting what women went through, what these men did. And he's like, okay, you do realise that those men are now dead, so we, you know, men like us, we're not like that. And I was like, yeah, I know, Joe, but it's still out there. Men are still derogatory to women. Women still don't get paid the same as men. Women are still, you know, judged and discriminated against, and blah blah blah. I just started going off on one. He was a bit like, okay, I just wanted to carry on watching my grand designs, just chilling out. I've just come in literally all guns blazing. But it is a really good film, so you should definitely check it out. And Carey Mulligan is amazing, as is Helena Bonham Carter, Anne-Marie Duff. There's loads of huge names in there, so a really lovely film. But yeah, I don't know, I've just woke up feeling a bit like sisterhood and women, and we are equal, we are, and what we do is just amazing. Bringing up children, having children, bringing them up, trying to maintain jobs, trying to still, you know, provide and support families as well as the men. And yeah, I'm going to stop waffling on because I feel like I'm getting a bit deep. But yeah, the whole going back to work situation is quite a tough one, I think, and one that is definitely a big discussion when you have your baby. And I think as well, we did talk about it while I was pregnant, and then it was like, well, you know what, I've got 12 months of maternity leave, so is it 12 months or 9 months? I can't remember how long it was now. 12 months, I think. 12 months, so, you know, we'll cross that bridge when we come to it. But you know what, it does go so quickly, and then it's like, oh yeah, we need to decide what's going to happen. I can't believe Max is 1 next month. It's insane how quickly this year has gone. And I never really understood it before we had Max, when people said, just make the most of it, make the most of every day, because literally it's gone like that and they're grown up. And I totally now understand that. I mean, it felt like it was yesterday when I gave birth to him, and now he's crawling around, nearly walking, he's gabbling away, he's eating food, he's just his own little person. It's insane, but wonderful. So yeah, let me know your thoughts. Have you guys gone back to work? Are you going back to work? Are you debating what to do? Do you kind of feel these insecurities as well sometimes? Do you feel sometimes a bit judged on if you have chosen not to go back to work? Do you, I don't know, feel proud of that? Which we should. We should feel proud of it. So I am proud of it. And I am lucky, I know that. But it's not all tea and Netflix. Don't even have Netflix. Tea and Sky. Do you know what I mean? It's not that at all. Wish it was, but it's not. But it is wonderful. So have a good day. And Max has gone back to sleep now, so I've got a mountain of ironing to do. Not really. I'm going to watch Nashville and eat some cake. Bye!